welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about something that no doubt you've heard of. It's been all over the news. It's the continuation of the Charlie Kirk drama, and that's not an insult. I understand why there's drama. I fully well understand. But this is concerning Jimmy Kimmel. What a name? What's a weird ass name? Jimmy Kimmel. Anyway, uh, ABC yanks Jimmy Kimmel off the air after spreading falsehoods about Charlie Kirk assassination. Not unlike Stephen King. They kind of like, I heard, so I'm just gonna blah 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 blah. The problem is they're not like me with some 2-bit YouTube channel. They're public figures. They have audiences of multi-millions.
Well, I think what's been going on is people are finally getting fed up enough to go, okay, you want to spout this nonsense, you're gonna have to pay for what you said.
Well, yeah, they were as happy as could be about the cancel culture when this person was canceled, and this person from since at least 2020. I'm sure before then, but at least since then. And now that some of them are getting canceled in the same way that they canceled so many, it's like, no, oh my God, this is evil. How can you do this? While they're celebrating a televised death.
That's my thing. That's what upsets me about this whole thing. Yeah, I saw what happened, and it hurt me, and I didn't know the man for nothing. But to see something like that, and then people cheering, glorifying it.
No. I don't think Stephen King or not even this Jimmy Kimmel is going to be hurting for money. If they couldn't have saved back a good nest egg or made other opportunities in their time, I mean,
then something is very wrong.
ABC has abruptly suspended Jimmy Kimmel Live after the program's late night host delivered false inflammatory remarks about the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Curly. Anyway, the conservative activist was shot dead in front of 3,000 students and his wife and child on campus of Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah, September the 10th. What's worse is the gunfire scared his daughter and she ran to him while he was laying limp. And it's how can they mock this? How can they go, well, it was your side and they did it to themselves? How? They have no soul. What's going on here?
I think that's the problem. They have
it's like I said on one of my live streams, which, by the way, if you're watching this, check out my live streams on Monday, Thursday, and earlier on Wednesdays. Anyway, so I said on one of my live streams is like, yeah, there's a lot of people that said, what's his name? The black man that got knelt on.
Oh, George Floyd, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people said he was a thug and he was a career criminal and he overdosed. All which is true. Maybe the kneeling on him, helped push his overdose further. I don't know. But whatever the case, there wasn't people making videos dancing and smiling and making songs and cheering with their friends. No. There just wasn't, because that's a sick mind. But let's get into this. The decision to suspend the show described as indefinite.
Oh.
Okay. Kimmel said, we had some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. Okay, I'm really not like, oh, I'm on this side, I'm on that side, but let's be realistic. The kid wrote and Tifa style stuff on the bullets. He wrote songs and internet groups that was highly left wing, like far left wing. He was dating a trans boy, that was parading as a girl. That was his roommate. And they're going, he was a right winger, he was a MAGA. What?
Whoa, that's way that's so far from the truth. It's not even funny.
Yeah, and in this little picture here, they're showing when I take it when Jimmy Kimmel put on blackface, and nobody really said anything about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
which goes to say he's a hypocrite.
Yeah.
So that statement directly contradicted reality. Investigators revealed that the 22-year-old suspect, Tyler Robinson, had turned away from his conservative upbringing, embraced leftist ideology, and openly told his transgender partner that he killed Kirk because he had enough of his hatred. Robinson's voting record also showed he had not voted in recent general elections and had not declared any party affiliation. The fact undercut Kimmel's smear, yet he repeated it across 2 nights of monologue. He came on there 2 nights, even after he knew better, even after it was public knowledge, going, this is MAGA, this is the right wing. They did it to themselves, and they can't point at us. They're trying to put it on us. Well, okay, first of all, even if you're a Democrat, how about you go, even if he was a Democrat, some are nuts and some aren't. Instead of going, not us, it was them. It was so them. Are you familiar with the term cognitive dissonance?
Yeah. Well, in my opinion, it doesn't matter what political affiliation he was. He did a horrible thing and he should not be glorified for it.
Yeah, I mean, even if he had been a, MAGA follower for whatever that entails, just no, it's a sick mind. Period. I mean, I'll just read more. Kimmel doubled down in later segments, mocking Trump's grief. Ooh, that what the anyway, and comparing it to a child mourning a pet goldfish. Yeah, he needs his ass fired. He needs
Yeah.
he needs he needs jail.
He needs to be in jail. I mean,
Pet gold. This is a human life.
yeah.
In fact, this is two human lives, and I'm not even basically the one who got took down and the one who took him down. His life is ruined as well. Not to mention his wife and children. Was it one child or more? But whatever the case, his family. It's multiple lives ruined here. That is absolutely wrecked. No one of any side should be talking this way and celebrating and mocking.
Well, the thing is he not only ruined Kirk's family's life forever, he ruined his own family's life. And imagine how damn hard it was for his father to be saddled with the responsibility to turn in his child because his child did something horrific. He ruined his family too. And for what?
Okay.
A stupid difference of opinion?
Well, supposedly he claimed he was protecting his trans boyfriend. Look, people can
From
have opinions, and it's like, I don't believe in you should trans, and that doesn't mean let's put them all down. That doesn't mean
yeah,
that.
I'm just flabbergasted because he said he did it because he had had enough of the hatred, right? Well, that's what he did. He's
So
spreading hatred.
to continue this, he also took aim at FBI Director Kash Patel and Vice President J.D. Vance, attempting to redirect anger from the shooter and toward conservatives. These attacks were not merely cruel but misleading, designed to plant the idea that Trump were linked to violence they had nothing to do with. Now, here's the thing: we all despise this political party or that political party, all of us, because it's a thing now. It's a thing that's drove into our brains by the media, by internet, by neighbors, by everything. But we've gotten entirely too comfortable with threats against official representatives, such as the highest in the land. Uh, a threat on someone's life or mocking their death even should be a criminal offense. And I'm kind of, part of my brain is going, isn't it already? Isn't that kind of already a criminal offense? I mean, maybe not mocking them, but threatening them for sure, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just wondering, mocking them, right? Shouldn't that like at least have you put on a list? Is like, this person's mental. We need to keep an eye on them. I
Well,
don't think losing their job is enough. Is I guess I'm not saying straight punish them. I'm saying maybe force them some mental help, maybe while
yeah.
keeping an eye on them.
Well, I remember when all that went on with Roseanne Barr, and all she did was a tweet, and they fired her from the show that she helped create.
So
So why are they going on about their own doing the same thing? You see what I
so
mean?
next star president Andrew Alford called the remarks offensive and insensitive at a critical time in our political discourse. I don't think these people would be saying this if it wasn't for Trump being president. They're gonna be like, "This is the way things are flowing. We better jump on that train."
Mhm.
So let me try to get through some of this. ABC muted announcements left the reason for the suspension unstated, but the timing left little doubt. President Trump quickly congratulated the network's move on Truth Social, writing, "Congratulations to the ABC for finally having the courage to do what had to be done." Part of me wonders if Trump isn't leaning on these people hard. Honestly, I don't know this, but I kind of wonder.
Well, Charlie Kirk and Trump were friends. And if it were my friend that I watched that get
I,
done
I
to,
get that.
I would
I
be
get
mad
that. But
as hell.
there is a little bit of a question of abusing presidential power. Not, and I'm not saying that's happening. I'm saying if that were the scenario. But FCC Chairman Brendan Carr blasted the monologues as some of the sickest conduct possible and said they appeared to be an intentional effort to mislead the public, and that is absolutely correct.
Yeah,
Okay, so free speech means comedians can tell whatever jokes they want, even crude or twisted ones. But as ABC already proved when they fired Roseanne Barr from her own show over a clumsy joke about a former Obama official, free markets also mean a network can decide when a line has been crossed. Kimmel did not just parody the situation, he injected disinformation about political humor into a national tragedy and tried to smear millions of voters in the process. What? Okay, I don't care if it's a crackhead. I'm not about to dance and sing over their death. I don't care if it's a serial criminal's done some unspeakable things. I might say good. It needed to be. I might say that, but I'm not gonna be like, let me get my phone. I gotta dance and sing about this. These people
yeah.
are sick. These people are sick.
Well, the thing is they've lost the what it is to be their humanity. They're so eat up with all this bullshit that they have forgotten what it
Okay.
is to have compassion for their fellow
It's
person.
it's a mind cult, right? And I understand this mind cult exists on both sides of the spectrum, but clearly, right now, it's worse on the left side. Clearly, it's leading them to open violence, open mocking tragedies, openly doing all these things, burning cities. Clearly, it is way more severe on one side right now.
Yeah.
And so that's all on this. I just thought it was interesting, worth making a quick video and giving our take on it. Till next time, that's all for now. We're